Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lady T here. Okay, so it has been a hot minute. Why has it been a hot minute? Just sometimes life happens and you have every intention and every heart to want to do certain things, but life happens and you just get overwhelmed or you get busy. And that's just what basically happened with me in YouTube. Just life just happened. I've just been busy. It's been the start of the year. So many things have been going on, all good, all positive. But life just happens. So I just wanted to start by saying, you know what? It's okay for life to happen. But what's more important is that you get back up and you get on with it. You don't dwell and because people can forget it, I'm not going to do it anymore. So anyway, let's get into this video. In the light of where I am, I'm in the UK here, and we've not long celebrated Mother's Day. And it just dropped in my spirit that I wanted to just do a quick video on my 5 top tips on how to be the best stepmom. Now, a lot of you might know that I'm a stepmom, although I don't use that word, but I'm a stepmom. And I just thought to myself, let me put it out there and give 5 tips that have helped me in being the best stepmom to my son. Enjoy the video. Welcome. Thanks again for stopping by. And if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button and let's be a YouTuber day. Okay, so if you don't know, I'm a stepmom. And if you want to know a bit more, check out the link to my videos and you'll see how I became a stepmom all those years ago. But I just wanted to just put this out there and say, one, it's okay and pretty cool to be a stepmom. But what has helped me along my journey with my son, Tarek. So my 5 top tips on being a successful stepmom. It sounds like some big business thing, but no. Number 1, you decide that you are going to love that child unconditionally. You're going to make that decision. I will love this child like my own. That is so important because the minute you have accepted you are going to love this child like your own, nothing will distract you, nothing will sway you, because you have accepted he or she is mine. Tip number 2, decide to make your own relationship with the child or the children. What do I mean by that? So I'm talking to the ladies out there, obviously, because we're the ones that are stepmoms. Dad and child, and I'll say child because it will be a boy or girl. Dad and child will have their own relationship, and that's great. But you decide to grow your own relationship and identity with them. Get to know them. Hang out with them one-to-one. Take them for walks. Take them to McDonald's if they're young, and if they're bigger, take them shopping or whatever it is. But grow your own relationship so he or she or they get to know you. And they're not getting to know you off the back of daddy. They're getting to know you. Build your own relationship so that they too can find a bond and a connection in you directly and not feel like they have to always go through daddy to connect with you. Tip number 3, for me personally, drop the step. Now, if you know me and if you've watched my videos, and I've said it before, whenever I make reference to my son, and I said it at the beginning of this video as well, he's my son, not my step, he's my son. And for me, I find that the word step can make a them and us territory. So I've got my 2 boys, my biological 2 boys, and then I've got my stepson. And to me, I feel like it brings a divide, them and us. But if you drop that step and he becomes my son and he becomes their brother, there's no divide. And instantly, he or she already feel apart. So my tip, and it's a tip I've lived by from the beginning, drop the stepchild and drop the half brother or step sister. They're their brothers, they're their sisters. Get that connection going from the beginning. Tip number 4, make sure you and hubby or you and partner are one voice when it comes to discipline. Now, what do I mean by that? Sometimes stepchildren can either feel like I don't need to listen as much to my stepmom because she's not my mum, and I'll listen to my dad. It can happen because sometimes they themselves might want to bring that divide. But if dad makes a ruling on a decision, make sure you back dad's ruling and agree with whatever it is he has decided to do or not to do, or let the child do or not do. Because that way, that child will see that you are in agreement with dad and dad is in agreement with you, and they can't play you off of each other. So if you have built that connection with the stepchild, and the stepchild thinks, yeah, I can get away with this with mum, she won't tell dad, or dad won't, we don't need to worry about dad. Knowing that mum and dad have got one voice for discipline and one voice for actions will once again bring and show the unity of you guys working as a family. So make sure in discipline, if dad is disciplining him, you follow through. If you are disciplining the child, dad supports and follows through, because that allows that child to continue to respect you and not think, oh, I'm not going to listen to her. One voice from both parents. And finally, tip number 5, which I think is so important. Do not judge the child by their parents, their past, their history, their mum, or their dad. You judge that child by the relationship, which was one of the earlier tips that you have made. It is so easy to see a stepchild and already automatically feel bitterness. Perhaps maybe you might know a little bit of the history between the child's mother and now your husband or partner, and you want to use that to judge the child. 1, it's got nothing to do with you. So just put that to one side. And 2, it's not the child's fault. I've always said it, and however my stepson came about is not his fault. And it's by the grace and love of God that he's here. So who am I to judge him? So, importantly, tip number 5, never judge a stepchild by their history or their parents. You are an individual, and so is that child. Guys, I just thought I'd put that out there. My tips that have helped me, and they're still helping me to today. My boys are amazing, all 3 of my boys. And I would not ask for my world to be different today. I bless God that he put me into this world like this. You know what, to be honest, I quite like it. Especially with my boy, because he looks quite mature. So sometimes when we're out, I kind of look like his little sugar mummy girlfriend, which he hates. And I love it. And I've embraced it. So guys, I hope you've learned something. I hope it can be beneficial to someone that you know or yourself. Feel free to share. And as always, stay you, stay awesome, and stay P31. God bless.